Hey guys, Attorney Walter Non. So I had somebody call me and scream at me about basically what's going on with this whole special agent investigation situation. Oh my God. And I told them like I always do, just call me on Thursday, 8 to 10. I go live. I donate 2 hours Eastern Standard Time. Cool. Answer it then. Then they got more extreme, like violent. And I decided, well, since I don't want to end up with somebody showing up at my front door with a, yada yada, I think basically I'll just help this person out and answer the question. So now, to stave off any potential future issues, here is the answer. To win, the Social Security Administration uses CDI units with special investigators, special agents, to create reports about potential fraud against the SSA. Now, we'll do another video about how many people they likely have kicked off of benefits on a different night. So right now, all we're answering, just so you know, is when do they use special agents? Cool? Awesome. Here we go. Oh, remember, please like, subscribe, tickle the bell, leave 5-star reviews. I've always been bad at that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm a crap YouTuber, but I'm trying to get better. We hired somebody, by the way, to be a moderator. So I was supposed to call them to work out details, but it's 12 o'clock already, so I'll call them tomorrow. All right. I'm going to read it straight from the SSA website. Office of Inspector General, Social Security Administration, Cooperative Disability Investigations. Here's specifically what they say as to when special agents will be used. Generally, CDI units investigate suspected fraud before the agency awards benefits and support the continuing disability review and redetermination processes when fraud may be involved. Let's break that down real quick. Generally, CDI units, the CDI unit, right, under the OIG. So the continuing disability investigation the cooperative disability investigation, the unit will investigate suspected fraud. This is about suspected fraud. If there's no suspected fraud, then they don't usually use CDI units, which means no special agents, which means just DDS. DDS is Disability Determination Services. So you've got two groupings here. You have ones where they use special agents because they suspect fraud. And then you have one where basically they're just doing a regular medical review to see if you're still disabled and medically severe. All right. These, so CDI investigations typically begin with a report of suspected fraud from the SSA to state DDS, law enforcement, or the public. Let's go through that real quick. Somebody is claiming fraud against a claimant for a special agent to get involved. It's either somebody, the SSA suspects fraud, DDS suspects fraud, law enforcement, police officers, federal agents expects fraud, or they say the public, we can just summarize that as being jealous spouses or ex-spouses or bad boyfriends and girlfriends. That's basically what we can summarize that as. The CDI unit investigates statements and activities of claimants, medical providers, and other third parties, and obtains evidence to resolve questions of potential fraud. Let's go through that. CDI unit investigates statements, what people say, what people write down. Activities, what the claimant's doing when they watch them with their car, when they follow them, when they look online and see them dancing at a bar. The medical providers. A lot of you guys don't realize this, but you'll say things to your doctor like, I just smoked a little bit of crack, or something like that. You'll say a statement about illicit drugs that's terrible. And when you do that, those doctors, they write it into the fact portion, right? The subjective fact portion of your medical assessment. They look at that stuff. And other third parties, ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, and obtains evidence to resolve questions of potential fraud. Then they buy all this evidence, they use it, they write up a report. Upon completion of the investigation, the CDI unit provides a detailed report of the investigation to the state DDS to use as additional documentation or evidence in making disability determinations. So they're merely a supplemental attachment to essentially the CDR, the continuing disability review process. So don't think of CDI units as like, its own thing. They're merely an attachment onto a regular, continuing disability review. which uses the 8-step sequential process, which are 8 elements that a person goes through when they're looking to see if somebody is still severely disabled under the rules and regulations of when that person was found disabled back in the day. Investigative outcomes. If the Ssdi investigation reveals fraudulent activity, the case might be presented to federal or state prosecutors for consideration of prosecution. OIG attorneys might consider the imposition of civil monetary penalties, or SSA might impose administrative sanctions. Let me break that down for you. This is called the spanking process. This is called the slap on the hand in the face, and then basically to drag you across the field of shame. Here's what it involves. All right. OIG attorneys might consider the imposition of civil monetary penalties. You know, when you have a civil lawsuit, right? It's all about money. How much money can I get out of that group because I slipped and fell in the restaurant which had a wet floor? OIG attorneys might also consider criminal fraudulent prosecution. If there's fraud there, they'll prosecute you. We're talking jail time. You're receiving disability benefits, you're claiming you're working, or you're claiming you're not working, and then they catch you working, and it's actually substantial. Boom. You got a fraud claim at the criminal level. The SSA might impose administrative sanctions, bar you from receiving certain benefits in the future, give you an overpayment related to benefits that you received, things like that. This is what occurs throughout this process. This is supposed to be essentially a small video, and I think we've done that exactly here. I will be doing another video specifically on how many people have been kicked off of disability benefits as a result of Ssdi units. Not just CDRs, just the special agent report cases. And it is friggin' astounding. It's so astounding that I now understand exactly why there's a unit in every single state with special investigators, but 3. And some of the big states have 2 functioning units in them. Texas, California, Florida, stuff like that. A review usually takes anywhere from basically 3 months to potentially 12 months. If they find something really bad, it could take longer than that, because remember, there's additional prosecution, fines, stuff like that that can occur. But if it's a short form CDR, it could be even less than that. It could be 2 months. If it's a full battle CDR with potential fraud and a CDI unit being included, oh, howdy, Leanne, howdy, then what happens is at that point, it could take a very long time. It could take up to 5 years to go through all the prosecution stuff that's involved with this, while they collect evidence, create claim, punish you, drag you through the streets, all that stuff. All right. Anyways, guys, this is a short video. We will be doing how many they've kicked off, but it does explain why they keep creating them. Wow. Give this info. Appreciate it. Thank you, GXY. I really, really, really appreciate it. You always donate, and I really, really appreciate that. Because honestly, like, it's expensive to run a law firm. Oh my God. The phone system alone and the unlimited fax alone, ridiculous. The insurance, I might share, honestly, if you guys want to know what it costs to like run a law firm, I'd be willing to share that stuff with you guys. I can't share with you like hidden stuff, you know what I mean? Like what I pay people, but I can share with you like, you know, insurance costs and stuff like that, you know? But anyways, guys, I'll catch you a little bit later. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Tomorrow I have to wake up at 6 a.m. to go work with the homeless off of East Colonial all morning and in the middle of the day. I'm a little bit tired. It is 12. I will catch you a little bit later. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, guys. All right. Thanks so much. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.